What's good, superstars? Back with another live stream video. Guys, if you didn't see the tweet, but you had the bell on, you would know that we are live. But you got Superstar Joe. You got Superstar Bones B in the building. How's it going, Bones?
Good, how are you? Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, man.
Again, the hat's off. You did it again.
The hat's off.
You knocked off that.
That's it. You got to take advantage when the hat is not on. I mean, it's always a pleasure to have you. And great ringtone, by the way.
Yeah, thanks. Had you heard that?
Guys, if you're new here, do not forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification so you know whenever we post a live stream. Also, you can become Superstar VIP, $2.99 a month. Hit the join button underneath the video, just like this guy. How's it going, Bob?
Bob, what up? What up, Bob?
Everyone?
There he is. Welcome to the stream. We're just doing the intro, everybody's favorite part. Trying to extend it as much as we can. But yeah, if you join the VIP, you get one of these stars next to your name. You level up through the stars. Today is the last day. If you're getting in, there's about 58 minutes to enter in for the SUP. We will be doing the giveaways in a couple days when Rob's back from his holiday, but the snapshot will happen tonight at midnight. So we'll definitely be doing that. Also, first dibs on merch. Star in the universe. There's going to be a draw. Bob got one on his birthday. You can join Bob in the constellation if you are able to snag that in the giveaway. Also, you can follow us on X, follow us on Instagram, and in the Discord is where you want to be, because anything to do with SUP, anything to do with Star Boys, you better believe you need the Discord. SUP, today is the last day for this month. Earn stars. That is the best part of the Discord, is that it kind of timestamps it, right? So anything posted after this date will be for the next day or the next month. But we can automatically update the sheet based off of whoever posts in the Discord. Waste to enter, VIP member, minting Cryptoys with our link. We are Cryptoys ambassadors. Link is in the description. Go check that out. Get your stars. Buying superstar merch. And if you do not win, half of your stars will move on to next month. So we're trying to incentivize you to win. We also have a really big deal happening over here. Both of these guys are entered into the Who Wants to Be a No Millionaire. Round one is ending tonight as well at midnight. And again, all timestamped on the Discord. So definitely want to make sure that you are entered into that. If you do have a star boy, I think we've hit 40 or close to 40 at this point.
Okay.
But I don't know if we're going to get any more in the next half an hour, 40 minutes. So, I mean, that might be it. And round two, what I'm going to do is tomorrow I'm going to announce the day and the time of the announcement of round two, because I don't want it to be like whoever sees it first kind of thing. I want it to be everybody knows this is the day and the time that the rules are announced, and then you know what time it is. So it's probably going to be a noontime Eastern thing. So I don't know. I'm not going to tell you guys the day yet, but it's going to be a noontime Eastern, which kind of I think works out for the other side of the pond, and it works out like worst case. I think you're looking at like a midnight thing if you're on the other side of the world, right? So
Nice.
hopefully that works for most people, but it's going to be like a noontime Eastern for the announcement of round two. Round one, again, next 40 minutes. Verify your star boy, take a photo, put it in front of a landmark stadium anywhere in your city. Let us know about it. Post it in the private Discord chat. That comes up only after you verify your star boy. I mean, today there was last minute entries, so people are trying to get in for that million Omi. First 50 holders or less to complete it by the end of September. Move on to round two. Looks like it's going to be less. Congratulations to everybody who figured it out in round one. That's a great mug, Bones. So why don't you talk about that?
Yeah, I have many of Bones mugs, some that say Bones and some that have Bones on it. So this is just one of them. Yeah, I'm a big mug connoisseur. I like big mugs, bigger than usual. Right now there's water in there. But yeah, that's my mug story. Bob, fantastic to see you. How are you this evening?
I don't know why I've got this random suit sat next to me, I must admit. I actually pulled it out to show the superstars. Funny.
Oh, nice.
And it's just been sat up there, but I didn't realize how in the way it was.
No, I like it. You know what I love about Bob Sales is that his streams are always in a different location. Sometimes he's at work. Sometimes he's got Funkos behind him. Sometimes he got a big dinosaur Bones behind him. I mean, Bones. I think you need to get one of those dinosaur Bones behind you.
Do.
That's on brand.
100%. 100% do. That Wolverine, what's that back there?
Well, the whole time the cat was trying to jump on my head. That's why I was laughing.
I was
rattling over this way. Yeah, that's it's like a painted canvas.
Oh, nice.
Nice
Picture, that is. I've had that for years.
Cool.
I've had that since I was probably 18.
Oh, cool.
So I'm starting to age now. I'm going grey and all sorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
feel
guys, if you're new here and you haven't
Then
been
put it
around,
back up there now. I'm afraid it's gonna fall.
if you haven't been around for the Superstar Spaces, it's just like really a hangout session. I mean, it's a Saturday night. We're just chilling.
Hey.
And whoever, like, usually we'll throw the link out there after a little bit, and whoever wants to come hang out. It's like it's supposed to be almost like a Twitter Spaces, but with the faces. I mean, everyone and anyone is welcome. Talk about whatever you got on your mind, and yeah, we'll shoot it for a little bit today, maybe about an hour. Hopefully, we can get in there. But I mean, it's a great place to meet new people. We've had an entirely new cast every single week. Now I think Bob's been on a couple times. Bones has obviously been there a few times as well. Our schedules just seem to work out, Bones. I think that's
Yes.
I think that's what it is. We both do nothing after 10 o'clock, and there you go, right?
That's what happens when you're old. You know, you stay home, you don't party as much. I know Rob's a big party animal, so that's why he's not around, because
That's what it is.
he parties like a rock star. That's what I heard.
I mean, he's just always on the go, that guy. So no, we've had him on actually. Rob's been only on one, I think, of these spaces. So Bob still
he was
has
on the one.
more appearances than Rob on this right now.
Yeah, he was actually on the one that I wasn't on. That was
go.
the one that I couldn't join. Yeah, because
Right.
I was actually partying that night. So
He said that he didn't want to. Bone said he didn't want to come on because Rob was on. So whole another thing we got to deal with.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's like backstage talk there.
Yeah. Guys, we have nothing to talk about today, so let's hear from the chat. Alex and Crypto first in the chat. That's because Bob Seals is on the video. I think that's why.
Oh, true.
No, but shout out to Alex and Crypto, always bringing the heat in the Discord. Superstar Steve changed his name. I love it. The new name, great name. He is big into Cryptoys now. Loving that. I think he's enjoying the platform, the team. I know that he's also big on Veve. He's into most of the projects that we're into, so we get along very well. Always talking in the DMs. Second, Mission is in the chat. Hopefully he'll jump up if we throw out a link. I know he's been liking to do that recently. I just missed him yesterday. I don't know. Were you on when he was on?
Yeah. I was on. He came on, and the Ultra Grail champion of the Disney line here, I must say,
Mr. UG.
Yeah, he has 3 now that he pulled.
Every time I go on Twitter, he has another one. So I don't know how many he's had. Like if I go on Twitter now, he might have another one.
Like insane. Super lucky. I know right now having 3 Ultra Grails only gets you one membership, one utility, one reward. But I think in the future, they were saying that possibly having multiples will kind of stack it. So we'll see what happens there. But Ultra Grails, those are the ones you want. Congratulations on those pulls because they are super hard. There's only 300 of them, right? 100 each. So
that's crazy. Alex, hey Joe, hey Bones, what's good, Bob? Yeah, everyone. It's like a small little family. Is that a Man City hat, Bob?
I think everyone's sick of seeing me this week. I must admit, I've been like everywhere the last week or two. I've been everywhere. So yeah.
Yeah, Bob. I must say, congrats on your
phone out over there.
Bob, congrats on your secret rare of that Ron English drop, because that secret rare seems like it's going up and up these days.
Yeah, that went. so I got a message actually off one of my friends. No Tactic, I think his Twitter handle might be. I know Mazzano anyway, so that's the way I always remember him. But either way, he actually messaged me today. He's like, "Bob, you seen that secret rare you got yesterday?" Because obviously I got it on the stream, right? And I was like, "No, I've not even looked." And I actually wanted it, and I was going to keep it. weren't even looking at the price, and then when I see it was 250, I was like, I had mint 141, and then I forgot about it for 10 minutes. I went to undelist it, and then I was going to list it for like another 30 gems more because I was happy with that. I mean, I could see that going back down quick once everyone realized the floor was that high. Because like myself, I didn't even bother looking at it myself. I only got the warning. So I left it there, and then it sold. So
you sold it at the floor, or?
Yeah, ended up selling at floor, but it was 141 mint as well, so I could have got a bit more. And I was going to change it to 280 before it got there.
You just wanted to make sure.
Just didn't get around to doing it. So, but either way, 30 gems, you can't complain.
Of course, and it's impossible to time the top. You know, you can never.
I think you made out like a bandit.
Exactly.
I don't think it has any business being at that price.
The worst thing is, I brought the whole set, right, and I don't really buy sets on Veve. That's not normally my thing, but because of no Monopoly board, I assumed we would, after everyone complaining about, because I was a bit annoyed about that myself, you know. So I assumed that Vivi would actually react to that. I know Ron likes to airdrop stuff anyway, so whether we get the character and the board or just the board, I assume we're gonna get one or the other. Right?
What I'm noticing with Ron is like it's usually like an entirely gold version of whatever it is, right? So maybe they'll do that, a gold Monopoly guy. I just like, for me, I don't know about you guys, in my opinion, this has Pump Club written all over it. That secret rare. I don't know if it's got wind of the wrong, like certain people are trying to pump it up to a certain point. So I think you did right in unloading it, because that's just typically what you see when these little smaller edition size things take off like that. I mean, we've seen bigger IP Disney with 1,000 editions not even get close to that. So I mean, how many editions was the secret rare? 500?
666.
You know what I mean?
And obviously you got secret rares, 500 editions or whatever, and they're all under 40 gems. Some of them, I was looking today because I'm actually selling out that Bob Sales wife account. So like, as painful as it is, I'm having to sell the stuff because sooner or later I'm not going to be able to get into that account.
Yeah.
And some of the secret rares, 30 gems for a secret rare. I think one of them, the lowest I see today, was 23 gems. And I was just like, that is crazy. 23 gems for a secret. What has happened?
That's why it's just, it seems nefarious. Something's going on with that one over there. I know there's that utility, but you get the same utility from the common, right? Or the rare or whatever.
Yeah. And it's like yesterday with it's like today even. I ended up buying the set. So then I ended up selling the set, but then I ended up buying back in again and then selling that one for a bit more money and then buying back in again and then buying. So I made about 330, 350 gems in the end. And then I did get stuck with one, but
no, you did good.
How you play the game.
Yep.
Amazing. Congrats on that. Yeah, that's great.
But normally I was actually going to keep it. I actually like this one. And I made a good video for it, kind of. I didn't really have a lot of time for it, so it was a bit rough edited. But it was still a good video. So I thought, I quite like the set. And then I assume we'll get the airdrop. And then I see the price and I was like, yeah, it's crazy. That should never have hit that. So,
good job.
But I heard there was a Spaces last night where Ron might have attended.
Yeah, I think I saw that too. I think it was O'Malley, right?
But I did try to find the Spaces and I couldn't find it.
Veve, I think, even retweeted it. I don't know if it was before or after, but I saw that they did something like that. So no, that's huge. I mean, we had Ron on the channel at one point, really cool dude, and looks like he likes to take time for the community. So I mean, he's going to be at that party too, I think, right, in New York.
I think that's the plan. Yeah.
So that'd be awesome.
Yeah, see, that's what definitely adds value to his collectibles because most likely out of any artist or IP, he usually, for the most part, we can expect an airdrop from him because he's done it in the past. I think the only set that he hasn't done it was that was the flower and the poster.
That was like a charity one. Right? Yeah.
And that's the only set that I collected. That's the only set I actually did collect. So maybe in the future, but yeah, so. And the stuff's cool. Like I like that Monopoly guy is pretty cool. Like I must say, like I did want to get one. I was trying to snipe one when it came, like the regular rare one. I was trying to snipe one, but I couldn't get a low mint. And then I just said forget about it. And then obviously it went up. I think it was at 25 gems now last time I saw it. But it was like at 14 gems or something when it was like when it hit when it dropped. So yeah, that's good, man. So hopefully people will get rewarded and they get the ticket to the event, which is cool. Anyone who minted. So that's another added bonus.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing about it, I forgot what I was going to say now.
Okay.
Just like that.
Just like that.
He's going to say,
out of my head. I see something in the comment section and it just threw me straight off. Sorry.
He was going to say smash the thumbs up. That's what he was going to say.
Yeah. What was I going to say?
2 hour promo and waffle. I mean, we always promo at the beginning if that's what you're talking about, Johnny boy. Look at Bob's cap. His favorite number must be 7. Ronaldo? Is that a Ronaldo reference?
It's I think so. Yeah, I've actually got Ronaldo and Wayne Rooney signed on here, but you can't really see it.
Oh, really?
You see it?
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
I couldn't find my hat, so I had to try and fit in.
How'd you get their autograph? Did you go to
I've had that for probably 10 years, but it's been sat in the corner so long. The autograph's not worth nothing now because you can barely see it. So.
Did you personally get it signed, or did?
No, my dad. It was one of my dad's presents from over the years.
Cool.
So speaking about waffles, actually reminded me of tattoos and pancakes because Veve Arcade. He has a bunch of the Veve fam over there tonight. He's doing some tattoos. I know it was the biggest bro's birthday yesterday, so he actually came into the live stream on Hanano and D's live stream. He was at a club. Whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But he gave us a little sneak peek. He looked good, and he was at a club just jamming. I don't know if you saw, Joe. I actually left the stream, and after I left, I found out later on this morning that Freddie came into the stream, and Freddie was there for quite some time, and he was chilling. You were there. Okay, yeah, super cool. He was there, super cool, chilling, just opening cubes. He was there for quite a while, and I was kind of sad I missed him. So hopefully in the future,
super laid back. That whole team is like so chill. I mean, like they're all work behind the scenes, but like they chill with the fam. You know what I mean? So that's really cool about them.
Like these are the co-founders of the company, and they just go in any space. He was just watching, and he says he watches them all the time. He just watches them, and he felt like he was part of the family. Just come on in. It's amazing. It's so cool. And he has, you always want to try and see if you can get a little bit of something. He always gives good information, like fun facts, right? Yeah. So it's great. Yeah.
Yeah. I was in and out of the stream, obviously. But I saw some stuff where he was talking about like about the origin line, the Juno and the Alfie, and that. So I mean, you always learn a little bit more every time that they speak. Sometimes they say the story a little bit different.
It's funny,
and you pick up a couple of tidbits, right?
It's funny because my 10 o'clock post tomorrow is actually about that.
There you go.
That's what it's about.
If you guys didn't know, he schedules his posts over here. So I mean, wealth of knowledge.
Yeah.
Make sure you're following Bones B on Twitter. Steve, you know the love is mutual, man.
Yeah.
Steve saying what up? 11. That's your favorite number, but
yeah. So Ryan Giggs used to be my favorite player. So Man United player. I've got a signed shirt over behind this cupboard, but it's actually behind the cupboard. That's how bad things have got in my room. Like,
he has layers of collectibles. It's like the front layer, the back layer.
I've got stuff everywhere today. Look, I've got.
Oh my gosh!
Oh wow!
World War II bayonets, and I've just got all sorts of stuff.
Bob, do you go to like shows or like conventions and stuff to pick up your stuff, or is it just like randomly or walking along?
Randomly auctions and gifts and. When my mum and dad used to go on holiday when I was younger, I never used to like the place they used to go. Yeah. It's like English seaside, and it's basically pebbles. So every time they used to go, I'd tell them to bring me back a knife. And I was probably about 14 at the time, and they used to always bring me back a knife. So that started a whole set of knives, and now I've got all sorts. I mean,
so that's like your first. Oh man! So you're
nice.
A samurai sword, but that's an actual samurai sword. So in the end, there's
this has it in hand's reach. You see this?
Yeah, don't mess with Bob Sales on the street.
In the end, there's these little wooden stake things. That's the only way you can tell, because you pull them out and you can pull the sword apart.
Looks legit. Yeah, you can take out the tang and you can see the actual signature of the maker, right? Of the person who forged it.
Yeah. Whereas with the display ones, they still look good. But if you whack someone with it, it's not gonna last very long. After 3, it's gonna break. I mean, I've even got like amethysts next to me.
Ooh, oh my God. That's for good juju. I believe.
My granddad's.
Where is he getting this stuff from? Is there stuff
my granddad made me this
feet?
when I was like. My granddad made me this when I was about 4.
Nice.
And he made it out of a table lid. My granddad couldn't read or write or anything, but yeah, he could make anything out of wood. He can make anything. Cool. Crazy. I've even got a bar of soap, right? This will make you laugh. I've even got a bar of soap here, right? That's the same that was on the Titanic.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
It's exactly the same, made the same way as the Titanic, because this was the soap you used to get on the Titanic.
Wow.
Karate license next to me. My old karate license. I've got all sorts next to me.
Oh, my gosh.
My collectibles card, what you give me the other week.
Oh, yeah, amazing. You got it. Very nice. Cool.
I've got some from Kobe as well. Got a couple from Kobe.
Nice. Very nice Pokemon cards. Yeah. Oh, look at this. You're stacked.
Yeah, I've got all sorts of stuff.
How do you keep track? How do you keep track?
I can't. And I keep moving it all around for the video. So this place is just a mess.
Right.
It's not good.
Lost in that, you know what I mean? Like I was thinking, like I got a little shelf here. I got to organize them. Like, it's gonna take me forever, and I just got one shelf. Like
I even pulled out some of my Batman toys.
Nice.
Oh man.
So
that's like the one on Mcfarlane with the Venom and the that version.
I mean, this one's Kenner. This one's a Mcfarlane toy from Wazza.
Oh, cool.
So
Oh, and here.
WeVeVerse actually give me that the other
Very
week for
cool.
the birthday.
I like
And that's
that.
a McFarlane toy. That's a
That'd
new
be
release
cool,
for
eh?
them
If they
as
came
well.
out with vintage on McFarlane, like to match like the old school.
That's
Yes.
kind of what these are,
Yeah.
Yes.
but they're like new remakes, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like the Adam West
Oh.
style. That's cool.
But yes, even this would be your favorite suit. I must admit. Do you know what? You never guessed what this suit is in a million years.
No, what is it?
It's a James Bond.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
All right. So
I'm sorry. Yeah, it had to be done. It
Yeah.
happened to me too, Bob. So it's just only right.
we know how I get with that. I mean, he's in purgatory right now. Maybe we'll call him back up after.
Yeah.
TK, how's it going? Good evening, rewind.
Rewind.
Okay, you can come back, but oh man. So is that actually like is that from a film?
Yeah,
That-
I
that's it?
actually pulled this out for you because I see that and it just made me laugh. I knew you'd like that. So
Yeah, I love it so much.
Yeah.
Did you guys see Rewind? I don't know if you're on the Discord today, but
I saw.
Anyway.
Something. What was it?
He
What happened?
minted on the Coco drop, got
Yeah.
the secret rare. Then he minted again, got the secret rare.
Jeez.
Then he minted again, got the secret rare.
Holy.
Then he
Okay.
minted again, got the ultra rare, and then he minted again, got the secret rare. 4 out of 5 secret rares.
That's insane. What?
What?
How does that happen? The odds of that.
I don't know. He has an algorithm or something
Yeah,
going
there
on
must be something.
in the
Must
background
be-
to figure it
yeah,
out. But 4 out of 5, I mean, that's the juju.
that
He's
is
got
the juju.
amethyst rooms. Bob's got the little amethyst stone. He's got the whole room
Yeah,
covered. If you're doing
that's
that, that's
only
crazy.
only a VIP can do something like that.
Yeah, no, Rewind's good to us. I mean, he's been a supporter for a long
There
time
you go.
now.
That
Amazing.
looks better.
Good.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
happy. I'm happy for him.
That's dope. But yeah, I never heard that before. That many secret
No,
rares
that's
and
insane.
that
That's
few
crazy.
kills, like
No, that's-
80% secret
yeah.
rare.
And to keep on going and keep on going too.
It's my dad's
There was-
72nd birthday today, and I bought him a 2-digit Todd Batman on Mcfarlane. Oh, that's nice. Is it number 72 by any chance?
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. That's
Yeah,
that's
there
a
was-
good gift.
It didn't look like a lot of people went for that drop.
You guys want to hear something, by the way? Let's listen to this story. This story time with Joe and Big A. Okay, I was in Meta Lemon stream, and he was gifted a Cryptoid to give away from Cryptoys. So he did a. I don't even remember what the competition was, but I won. I won the cube, and I said, "Throw it back, give it back to one of your supporters. These guys support you all the time." And Big A won the cube.
Nice.
He opens the cube, Ultra
Uh-oh.
Grail.
Oh.
I mean, couldn't happen to a better guy. But
I know. Okay. That is amazing. Congratulations, Big
Rob
A.
doesn't know, by the way, that I
The
threw away
ultra, yeah.
Ultra Grail.
So, guys, keep under wraps. Do not tell Rob about this. Big A, congratulations.
No
Ultra
blaming
Grail
Joe in the
Club.
comments. None of
Fantastic, yeah. But yeah, don't tell Rob about that one.
that. Joe, how's it going, man?
What's up?
How you doing? I threw up the stream link. If you guys want to jump up, come chat with us. We'll go for another half hour here or something. So, depending on how it goes, maybe you convince us to go longer.
I'm
Superstar
still alive.
Steve. He dogged us with the monkeys. He gave us gold monkeys. Oh yeah, that's true. It's true. I mean, that was the one time I think they did it a little bit differently, right? They were not supposed to. They've done it in the past where if you had the set, then you got it. So I think a lot of people speculated, bought the set. I was one of
Yeah.
those people.
Yeah.
Expecting the airdrop, and then it went to the golden logos, and I know it didn't sit well with a lot of people.
Yeah.
And Steve Evie, Superstar Steve, was one of those. Unfortunately, I don't know if they'll ever do anything for that set, but the good thing is that set looked kind of cool, like the monkeys that were like McDonald's theme. I thought it was pretty cool looking.
No, it did. Yeah, it did look cool.
But I lost on that one. I went for it for the airdrop and didn't happen. It's the
I got
7-0.
2 of the secret rares of the monkeys.
Do you? Oh.
Yeah, I've still held 2 of them. The McDonald's looking ones.
Yeah.
It would be the McDonald's looking ones, wouldn't it?
Exactly, right? The ones that he doesn't. No, it's the 7-0 that Manu had a while back. Oh, did they win 7-0 or something? 7? Did that happen?
Oh, Man U. Yeah, I have no idea. I haven't watched football for a little while. I'm mainly UFC guy now. I've changed my sport in a way. I found UFC and then I've kind of never looked back.
Who's your favorite fighter?
Oh, there's so many. Probably George St. Pierre or Michael Bisping, but both retired now.
You're
I
taking
mean,
the
Michael Bisping.
Canadian.
Yeah.
I mean, there's my. I actually got this specially made.
Ooh, nice.
It's actually
wow.
supposed to be outside the front of my house, but
And
I've
it'll
never
light
put
up?
it out. I never
Yeah.
put it out there yet. Yes,
Nice.
it's a proper
Nice.
one.
Nice.
I
Steve
thought it
likes your
showed a bit
sword.
of British on the doorstep. You see?
Yep.
Yeah, Steve likes your sword
Oh
Good
yeah, I've got swords all over.
and the
so.
knives. Yeah.
I've even
Yeah,
got. I'll make you laugh now. I've even got a massive cigar.
What is that for
what?
real? Is that a real cigar?
Yeah,
Wow. Holy.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know why.
That'd take a while to smoke, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
Look at
why.
that. Wow.
From
You
Canary,
got
huh?
everything. You got everything. Every random thing. It's hilarious.
Yeah. Genuine question. Where do you
Okay.
guys see VeVe this time next year? Price wise for the NFT grails and OMI price. If they roll out everything they say they will. So OUP, MCP, VeVeVerse fully out. Okay, so assuming everything is delivered on. Since he said this time next year, we're going to start with Bob on this one.
Well, why have you got to always put me on the spot? Because I'm not the most positive person in the world. No, I think I think if all of that actually happens, we should be all right. But I've still got a worry in my mind that the VeVeVerse could be a fad and it could be a money pit. I don't mean to put the dampers on anyone, but I've seen Disney and I've seen Meta and how much money they've actually lost. And it does worry me that maybe it's a money pit. That's just my opinion. But if it all goes to plan and the platinum moments look like we see the other week, that is going to be absolutely incredible. And that's going to be a game changer. Now, if it comes like the VeVeVerse demo, I think it's going to be 3 weeks and you're going to be back to being bored again. So, and that's my honest take on it. So I think if the VeVeVerse happens and it's all legit, all looks great, I think the prices should go up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Especially on the comics, because right now most of the commons are one gem 20 or something stupid. So, I mean, they're nearly at $1. So it can't go much lower. And some of the secret rares, 23 gems for a secret rare, like that is insane. So
It makes
but
sense.
I still
right?
didn't, but at the same time, I didn't buy it. So
Yeah.
it's insane, but I still didn't buy it. So, and I had the gems to buy it, but I didn't. So there's that way to look at it, right?
Bones, what do you think?
So we know that the comics are going to be in the showroom finally in the VeVeVerse. We don't know for sure if you can open them and read them. We're speculating that you can. So that's one utility that we can see to just display the comics, which everyone's been waiting for. Will that be enough? Probably not, because it'll be like, oh, this is cool, this is awesome, but it won't really raise the prices, maybe for a little bit, but then they'll come back down. If we're still in a bear market and the VeVeVerse comes out next year, and it's fun, that's utility for your items, for your collectibles. And yes, I think the prices will be better even if it is a bear market, but it has to be fun. The VeVeVerse has to be functional, and it just, at the end of the day, it has to be fun. That's the number one thing. And you have to be able to do something with your collectibles in a bear market. If it is, then I think we'll be higher in value than we are now. It's only natural, but it's hard to, the VeVeVerse, I feel like we're still so far out. It's such an ambitious project, and for it to come out, it has to be good, because if it fails right off the bat, everything's going to tank like 50% more, right? So that's a tough one. But yes, if everything is out and everything is good, I think we're going to be up. I think we're going to be up then, even if we are in a bear market, because we always talk about utility, right? And that will give utility for these items. If you could actually race some of these cars, even just that, I think that's huge value, right?
I mean, it goes back to the other week, right? I done a short on my channel where I built some random objects. I tried to see what I could do basically out of the objects we had, and I made some things in the vault. And this is a good example of why maybe it will make you keep your stuff, because I'd actually made a couple of things I made like a little playpen for my dinosaurs, and then it got to selling some stuff when I needed some gems, and it was like, I don't really want to sell that because it's going to remove my door. And I thought, I don't want to sell that because that's going to break that display. And then it was in the back of my head. Normally, it's just like, well, if I need the gems, I'll sell whichever means the less to me and it will go, right? But this time I actually thought about it. So when you get in there, it might help that way. It might help you hold more, because I built so much in my vault. I was so proud of that. It took me a while to do it. And it was the most simplest things, but I was so proud of it. I didn't want to sell anything to then break the displays, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it may help in that way.
Yeah.
I think that this is it's everything happening at like, if all of this stuff is out, I think we still need to see new users. I think another year full of drops every single day is going to dilute this market even more. VeVeVerse or not, OUP, MCP or not, because there's going to be, think about how many more versions of collectibles and edition sizes of collectibles for people to spend their MCP points on, for people to spend their OMI on, and all this stuff. So I think they need to focus on bringing in new people here. I think this Funko deal, if they do it the right way, Bones and I did a video on it the other day. If they do it the right way, if they play around with it, if they advertise for Funko, but at the same time get advertising for themselves. I mean, I know Bob talked about it a bit too on one of his videos, or a live stream. I think we were talking about how the code's inside the box. How are these people going to find Veve if they don't open the box? We've seen Wax. Wax has the cards. They do the thing where you can redeem the physical. Veve has to somehow get into that type of a system with Funko at the same time. Like, they have to have some drops, or if they have multiple things happening with Funko. I really hope this is not a one-off, which I don't think it is. I don't think they would spend all these resources to do this party and all this stuff together. But I do think that Veve's best interest is to have some kind of redeemable digital that gets you the physical, because the Funko people are like, look at Bob's shelf right behind him. Like, people who collect Funko, they collect Funko. They want all different kinds, and they want physicals. Like, they're physical first, those people. So if you want them to start to just enjoy and look at the digital, there's got to be a way in digital to lead into physical, this way that they're forced to look at the digital. And then when you're forced to look at something, then a percentage of those people stick around, right? If you can't look at it because you can't open the box to get in there, then what's the point of the collaboration? It supports Funko because those people are going to want exclusivity and all these things with a new sticker on their box. But so to answer this question here, in a year from now, if we have the same amount of users, I think our prices are going to be way lower than they are now. And if they do manage to break the code on how they bring in new users with these types of collaborations, if they're doing all these different types of promotions, and if they can somehow get digital collecting to the forefront and kind of drop the stigma of scam NFTs and all that stuff, then, and only then, I think that we might start to see some price increases. But I think overall, just the dilution is going to continue. You're going to keep on having new and new collectibles, and certain ones will do well. I mean, it's going to depend on, like Bones mentioned, racing. Let's say that you have a racing course in the VeVeVerse. Let's say that's the main attraction of the VeVeVerse. Cars are going to be spotlighted. Those are going to be the ones that are going to run, right? It's going to be pick and choose and here and there. We've seen it already. Like, there's pump clubs all the time on all different things, depending on what the airdrop is, depending on what the next person's talking about, depending on who makes a video about what. So you got to really be careful. You got to think about it. You really got to buy what you love, but I don't think you can expect things to go up. And there's going to be a point where, like, it's going to be not worth it to buy for the flip. It's just not going to be worth it because it's going to be a risk. There's going to be so many things that you're going to, like, right now you can still, like, pick a niche, be like, okay, maybe this will be something that somebody will talk about. But what happens when you have 500,000 different collectibles? It's going to be like picking a needle in a haystack and hoping you hit the one that's going to run, right? It's not going to be the same as now, where we have a lot, but we don't have like incredible amounts that you couldn't figure out, like, oh, this could run if this happens, this could run if this happens. And just like, if you don't get new users, that's the problem. But if you're getting in like floods and floods of new users, then it kind of evens the playing field out again, right? And then you get more and more things that could hit and more things that can run. So I think the OUP might help the OMI token, though. I mean, if everything's running and you start to give purpose to that token. But again, same amount of users, it's going to be a slow burn. It's going to take some time for it to move up, I think. So in a year from now, I think it's too soon to expect like massive gains. And I think, just to be real about it, you got to think about like, how are we going to be getting new people into this space? The good thing is we have all these other projects helping now. It's not just one project that's doing all the work. It's a bunch of different projects. So support your other projects. Make sure, if you really like another project, that you're supporting them as well. And learn from each other's projects and help the space grow, because that's another way that we're gonna get some more exposure. Rant over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bob, what do you got here?
A bag. So
Simba bag. Oh, that's
so
cool.
this is from Funko. This is what I was on about on the stream the other day. So this in dollars will cost you $120. It says £80 there, right? But it's $120. So would you rather that or the VV Funko that's 18 inches with a free NFT?
Yeah. No,
I mean, which are you getting more out of?
I think the other cool part of it,
$30 more.
The other cool part of the VV one is that it has like, it's the first time they're doing that size of that line, so they've never done that. So I think that's the scary part when it comes to if people will open it, because like, they know that's like the first of that line that's been in that size. If they have that kind of thought process, so I really hope like there's another way that they can figure out a way to get people onto the app.
But having this partnership, as we know, with Funko is massive. They're talking to them. There's a collab that they did. This can't be the end. I don't think this is the end. This is all they're doing. So there has to be, you know what I mean? It's massive. So hopefully we can just wait and see what else comes with this partnership, with this collaboration, because Funko's huge, and hopefully they'll go into the pop section of the Funkos where everyone, you know what I mean?
I don't even care if it's pop. Just like do it the other way. Give VV some of the exposure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are you guys going to the party? I'm not going to New York. Bones, I don't know if you're going to New York. Bob, are you going to New York?
No. So well, that's the other thing about the utility. That was what I forgot about, what I was gonna say earlier. That was exactly it.
Yeah.
Like the utility, it's only good utility if you're in New York or if you're going to New York, right? And the other thing is when we get our receipts, because obviously I minted the drop, can I pass that along to someone else so it can actually get used? Like, what's the point of having something I can't use?
I really like what Bob said on his stream, and I think you've mentioned it a few times, is that why are we gating this party? Why are we gating this party? Are we not trying to grow this thing? I mean, I know it's maybe limited space or whatever, but I feel like this is something like you mentioned it, you said it perfectly, is that this is something you want to have. If someone's going all the way to New York to meet you guys, do you want them to leave with a bad taste in their mouth, or do you want them to have the full experience? And when we went to Decon, full disclosure, I don't think anybody had an issue to get into that venue and to have fun or whatever. So maybe there's just like a flexing thing, like, oh, you have a ticket, you can get in. But I think you're spot on when you talk about gating the party.
Yeah, 100%, because you've already paid for your flights, you've already paid for your hotel. If you've made that much effort, you should be welcomed with open arms, right?
Yeah, I think so. And I think they will be. I think this is kind of like showing you kind of what the NFT industry could do. Like, you own this, you can do this. I think, at least, right?
It's a good example of your world utility, for sure.
For a second, I thought that was an urn, and he was going to say, "I got my granddad's ashes." Oh,
yeah. To be honest, I actually thought you were going to say something like that too. I actually thought.
I did, no, when the wooden figure.
The wooden
one.
one.
No,
yeah,
no,
I know. I thought you were going to say something like that too.
No.
I ain't got nothing sick like that.
Yeah. Joe, I was wondering the same. Where was Bob pulling everything from? I don't know what he's got everything around his feet over
trunk.
there.
Yes, he has a tickle
Like, Bob,
trunk.
when you stand up, do you have to like jump over?
I do. Around this bit, I do.
The spot in the floor where your toe can go, so you don't like step on the Lego.
Next to me. Got Pokemon cards laying all around me. You should see the floor down there. It's awful. I'll show you one there. I'll take a picture later.
One day, Bob floor tour.
Yeah, floor tour. Oh my god.
Even my Shreks are over here for a change.
Oh wow.
Oh,
dude.
Wow.
These are like limited.
Arms reach.
2,500.
That's so funny. Oh wow, it's legit. Yeah.
Can you actually see it? You can't really read it, can you?
Princess
it's got the number on the bottom to say it's 523 out of.
If I could kick you out, Steve, I would kick you out too, man.
Yeah, that's a bannable offense.
Funny thing about these, right? They cost me literally. I think I found these for £10 each. They were such a bargain. And then as soon as I got home, I looked and they were about 70, 80 quid.
Oh wow, nice. That's cool. This is when I kicked you down, Bob. Laylam, they're all laughing. Look at all these superstars in one space. You're a superstar, Mo. Did you see our horse, by the way, Bob?
Yeah.
2 back-to-back wins?
Yeah, and see how far it was.
Yeah, the second one. So is he racing it longer? That's what he's doing, right? Is that why? Yeah.
And then Mo, I remember Mo saying, he was like, "Have you seen the distance? Like, where is everyone else?" And our horse was just gone. So
See,
yeah, that
Mo,
was pretty cool.
Mo has to realize we do a video every day. We're like, we do the streak, like the cross country tour. That's what we are. We're the long distance guys. So it just took him thinking that way, and then now we're good.
Well, funny enough, I was watching him last night, and I basically see underneath his thing, if you join PFL, you can get a free horse as well. So I'm part of the syndicate thing, and obviously I see that, and I was like, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna get a horse to see if I can. So I raced it, and I come third. So I done all right with the first horse, but I don't understand any of it. Like, I'm looking at the whole site, and there's just so much to it, and all the little symbols, and I got no idea what it's trying to tell me.
This is why we pay in and just let Mo do it.
And then Mo was doing one earlier where they were betting money on there, and I was just like, I want to place a bet. And then I went to put money into the thing to do it, and I couldn't work out for the life of me how to buy this crown or whatever it was. And I was just like, yeah, this is not for me.
He was saying like the females are worth a lot, right? Because I guess they can breed or whatever. I think that's the money makers. You get a female.
Is part of it all. Yeah, the breeding process, and it's way complicated.
Yeah.
So the syndicate's the best way because you put your 25 in, and then you just basically watch Mo do all the work and hope for the best. Watch your races, and you're part of it. So
see this? He doesn't have that. He doesn't have the amethyst room. He has the superstar hat from the Superstar Utility Program.
I'm sure mine's been burnt. I must.
You got to get another one, Bob. That's
yeah, I have
4 out of 5 secret rares. Come on.
Yeah, that's the hat doing for sure.
I mean, that's the one common denominator, I would think. Yeah, insane. Big A stole my cube. Yeah, I think that they were the only other two doing the competition at that time. Maybe there might have been one more. But Jeff has some bad juju on some of those giveaways. So I think he's due, though. He's definitely due for a turnaround. Ultra Grail, congrats. Yep,
definitely.
Sorry, Jeff. Did someone say cubes? Where's Nano at? Did Nano not see the link? Where you at? I hate Big A, man. There's gonna be fights in the comments. Man. What's good? What's good, Nano?
What's up, bro?
I even got a stormtrooper off my collectibles. Look.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
that looks vintage.
Yeah, it's 1977.
Nice.
So it's a proper one. I don't know how much that would cost you. I don't know whether it'd cost you expensive or not, but I know he loves to collect his stormtroopers, didn't he? So I was so proud when I got that. I was like, that must have been so hard to pull it from his hands.
Because he loves the stormtroopers. He has the helmet, right?
Yeah. So
Adjo thinks that the gold version of the Ron English will come at the party. I mean, that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
How would they do it? They give you a card, a redemption promo or something?
Yeah, I guess they could. They could do like their whole like promo code. Yeah, like a card or something or a code. Yeah.
You're the new Pure Chaos Big A. Is he the one who always wins the giveaways? I guess. Pure Chaos. This time next year, we're going to be millionaires. That was the answer to that question, Bob. That's what you were supposed to say.
We will be millionaires.
Yeah.
Not quite yet. I can't lie to you.
Yeah.
Next year, but it just always is next year.
I'll remember next year. Well, that's the whole saying in the program, right?
Yeah.
Where I got the term.
Lemon, how's it going, man?
Lemon, what's
up? I miss your streams, man. I'm missing your streams. You got to do one once in a while at least to give me my lemon vibes over there. So if you guys haven't seen it, the link is in the chat, by the way, if you want to come up and say what up. I'll throw it in there again, and then this will probably be the last time I put it in there. I'm not going to be on too much longer, but they can't even roll it out to people outside the inner circle after months. Really disappointed and skeptical about going on in the VeVeVerse. What have you guys heard about why they haven't really done the next set of beta? Have you heard anything? I keep hearing that it's coming, but I haven't.
Yeah, like all I've heard is that Fro said like that they had the list and they were sending them out, but that's all I heard from that. But again, this is what I expected. Like, we know that everyone's talking positive about it, but I feel like I feel like they're not allowed to say anything negative because those are going in the tickets. Mm-hmm. And I feel like a lot of them don't want to say anything negative because, you know what I mean? Like, they just want to have all the positive stuff. So I don't know what's in their NDA that they can talk about, But I always said that I feel like it's still far away. Like, I don't think we're going to get it this year. I don't think we're going to get it in the beginning of next year. I think possibly we might get it, like, in my opinion, maybe end of next year or the year after. I don't think it's even that close because it's such an ambitious project for them. They have to make it good. They have to make it fun, and it can't be glitchy, and it has to work. And if they bring out a product that doesn't work, it's going to be bad. So, for everybody.
No,
and everything.
I think the beta testers were told to shut up because the first 2 weeks of beta testing, literally there were spaces, it was everywhere, all over the feed, and then literally 3 weeks of silence. And I think maybe Veve said to him, maybe you lot are overhyping this a bit. Let everyone make their own decisions. So be quiet, because everyone was really saying about how great everything was, and I kept thinking to myself, yeah, but I've got to see it with my own eyes before I believe it, right?
We're trained that way on Veve. I mean, with at least the last year and a half, right? I mean, we've started to see a lot more progress now. I keep seeing the search bars getting better and better every time too. Like I try to search something. So I think there's things happening that they don't even announce, which is cool. Yeah, they had some issues when they did the switch over to the wait list. But it seems like that's starting to get figured out as well. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they're really going to allow anybody to speak negatively about it. I feel like it would have been a good thing to have some kind of things shared. Like, even if it's not, I get the whole point. They're saying like the collectibles aren't fully representative. There's errors in the collectibles that they're trying to go through. But why not let people post a picture of the house without the collectible? Let them post a picture of something, anything, just to say like, oh, look, it's real. Look, this is how something I could do. And just tell them like, look, don't put Disney stuff in the picture. Don't put this in the picture, and then you can share it. Like, why are we completely off base of knowing anything? Is it to build hype? Because then you're building this huge hype train up where no one's allowed to talk negative. It's only positive. And then if it comes out and it's a dud, it's gonna be 10 times the dud than it would have been if people knew what they were getting. Right?
I want the VeVeVerse. I want it to be cool.
Yeah.
Don't bring out the VeVeVerse. If it's bad and if it doesn't work, don't bring it out this year. Don't bring it out next year. If that's how long it takes for it to be good, give it another year. I know it's an unpopular opinion. Everyone wants it now, but we want it to be good. We want it to be fun. We want it to be functional so that when we do have more users come in, it's an attraction and it's not a deterrent.
Yeah.
Another way of looking at it, so the beta testers are supposed to be there to test stuff, right? So maybe their opinions are just going to Veve to say, well, this is bad. Yeah. This don't work, so it can get fixed. So that's another way of looking at it. Because obviously that's what the whole thing's for.
It's possible in the NDA that they're not allowed to say certain things, like what they're saying in their tickets. They're not allowed to publicly say it. There might be something like that. We don't know, because obviously we know it's not all good. It's not everything's perfect, because if it was perfect, it would be out right now. They're beta testing, and beta testing is beta testing, and that's what they do, right? So there might be something, because we would like to hear, the certain things that maybe are, going wrong, or some negative things, just so we know. But we don't know what they're allowed to say or not.
Yeah, no, I think literally, I think they said too much the first 2 weeks. I think the amount they were saying, whether it was good or bad, I think they just said too much, and I think everyone was told to maybe be quiet.
I think they should be a little bit more open with what they're allowed to say.
I think
you should definitely be able to see a picture of something in there, or at least why is everyone else? Why is all the vault builders getting to build 16 worlds, and we're all sat here? We're going to walk in, and we've got a table sat over there, and they've got 16 worlds built. Welcome to our worlds, everyone. It's just like,
even if it's not exactly how it's going to look, qualify it. Like some of the stuff that you're going to see is not what it's going to look like when you get the VeVeVerse. It's going to look a little bit different.
Here's a question for Joe. I'm going to say Joe first. How patient are you with the VeVeVerse? That's what I want to know. I'm like, how patient are you?
That's not my thing. I'm not a vault builder. I don't care about that. I mean, I'll care about it if there's something for me to do there once. Like for me, this whole space, and from day one, and the big thing about Veve was the first thing that they already had was the AR capabilities. That is how I see the future. I don't see myself sitting in a room on my computer all day. I'm older now. I'm not going to be doing that. I'm not gaming, and I got responsibilities in the real world. I want to see how this is going to affect my real life. I want to see how I'm going to walk out the door. I'm going to look up in the sky, and there's going to be advertisements in the clouds. I want to look up, like, you know what I mean? This is what I want
AR
to see.
functionality, like more so. Yeah.
This whole thing, VeVeVerse, like even when I was at Decon, they were doing the announcement. I didn't, even though it was new and it was exciting, I never had the super vibes about this, and that's okay. Like there's people who are going to really like to have VR and enjoy gaming. I mean, Bones, you're a big gamer. If they have something that you can do in the VeVeVerse that's like competitive, I'm sure that you're really going to enjoy it. There will be a lot of people who do. I don't even have like a PlayStation right now or an Xbox. I have none of that stuff. I had it when I was younger, obviously growing up, but right now it's just not like for my time. I don't have the time to do that type of thing. I want to see it because I feel like it'll help showcase a lot of the collectibles. From what we hear, a lot of things are much nicer quality, better quality, right? So it's going to be cool but it's going to be weird to see how it plays once the VeVeVerse is out, and you're going to be buying something that's shown one way on the web app, and then you won't know until you either put it in the VeVeVerse, or maybe they're going to do their promotional material with the VeVeVerse after that. Who knows? Maybe you're going to buy it in the VeVeVerse.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I think the VeVeVerse is something that's going to be good to progress the whole app in its entirety and bring utility to your collectibles. Even if people don't use it, I think it's a good. We want it to be good.
It's good for the space.
It's good for the space for sure. And again, I'm patient. I can wait. I want it to be good.
Yeah. So again, I didn't answer your question. To answer your question, I'm pretty patient, but at the same time, I don't want it to affect the what do you call it? Not the valuability, but like I don't want it to impact VV's progression, and I don't want them to like go down because of it, right? Like that's another thing. They need this for utility. I want to see them be successful. So I'm patient for the VeVeVerse, or let's say utility in general, for a little bit. I think if you give me other utility that makes my collectibles valuable, or gives my collectibles something to do, where people who come in from Funko partnership, they come to the app and they're like, oh, look at this, what can I do? If there's something there for them to answer with, then I'm even more patient on the VeVeVerse. But if there's nothing there for them to answer with, and VeVeVerse is the answer, then I'm less patient. So I think they have to have some kind of iteration. If this is your only utility, I think they have to have some kind of iteration in the next 6 months, or we're seeing it in the market, right?
Mm-hmm. Bob?
Yeah, that's the thing. If it takes too long, there might not be anyone left to sit here. So you got to have people in there as well. So you can't keep taking so long, because we've seen it just decline month after month at the minute, right? Yep. And then the floors are so thin because everyone's just sat there holding their bags now, waiting for the next thing to happen. So,
yeah. All right, let's keep going.
Okay.
Meta, how's it going? Yes, and I'm happy to see him here. Joe, do you regret selling Walt and buying a low mint Iron Man? Oh, spicy question. No, I bought my Walt, and listen, I'm a way bigger Walt Disney fan than I am Iron Man Marvel. It's just, that's what I am. But I bought my Walt and I flipped them. I made like 1,000 something, close to 1,000 gems, I think a little bit more. That was the play. It was a good timing, and then listed it and somebody bought it on a certain day, whatever it was. I had the number 93 in my mint, so I think that's the year that they made the statue. So it was like an 893 or something like that. So it's a pretty decent mint number, but I don't miss, like I don't get attached to these collectibles like a lot of people. I've at the beginning I really did. I have a couple like things that aren't worth a lot that are more sentimental. Like I bought the Small World poster on the ride It's a Small World with my daughter, like first time that she's ever been on a ride. That to me carries more value than the Walt statue did when I was holding it, right? So like I have that. I have something that Rob's stuff gave me when my daughter was born. Like there's these things that I have that matter to me, and then everything else is just, it's there, and it's just like opportunity to move around gems and try and figure something out. So the Iron Man, it was a play that I thought would go another way. It's not that it's going poorly. Like I'll share my screen here. It's just I don't think I can get this money for it right now. I don't think anybody has it.
Almost close to mint even.
Look at this. So I have mint number 44. So it's not even on. Like I have the lowest mint that would have been posted. Beautiful. If I post it. I paid $1,600. So I would be like somewhere under the 60s, I guess. So I think I could probably get what I bought it for if I were to list it. So I'm not too sad about it. But no. I also think that it's like one of the best looking collectibles on the app. I don't think that there's much competition. That's why I did it. I also bought that while I was in line for Haunted Mansion at Disney. So I have a lot of Disney purchasing. And I got to stop going to Disney. Then maybe I'll stop spending gems in Veve.
I can't do it with a low mints. I just can't do it.
No.
I can't do it.
At the time, like I was
I would
gem
take
heavy.
a floor mint.
You know what I mean? When you're gem heavy, you think of like what's something that could benefit you, whatever. And I wasn't doing anything. Like I had like 4,000 gems. I was just sitting on them. I'm like, what am I going to do here? This came out. I'm like, this is really clean, collectible. Looks really nice. It's not the FA even, right? I have the FA.
I prefer it.
But I mean, what's a showcase piece on Veve? That was my reasoning. This is a showcase piece. VeVeVerse play as well. If VeVeVerse comes, people are going to be looking at that, depending on how they use it. It's the likeness, right? It's the likeness of Iron Man. I think it's the best likeness out of any Avenger to date. I mean, we have Hulk that people weren't too excited about. The earlier ones are pretty cool. Like Spider-Man's cool. That one looks pretty good. Obviously Miles super limited. I think Miles is another weight class, obviously.
Yeah, besides that, yeah.
And then like even when you look at Captain America, it's not like, to me, it doesn't give me like Captain America vibes of the Captain America that you're used to seeing in the films. So I feel like, I don't know, maybe Wolverine could be one that a lot of people would like if they can do it with this new. I feel like that Iron Man's got to be a new provider.
I tell you right now, that Iron Man, if there's no utility for anything and these are just collectibles and animations, that's one of the collectibles that's going to stand out and that fans will see and will want to buy just from what it is and what it can do.
If they're just sitting on shelves, that's what I meant. Right? So that's part of the reason.
Just that. So
I didn't even know that they were going this crazy, like 45,000, 40. They just did this thing where they put the number and they added 3 zeros. So obviously never going to sell for that, but it's pretty funny. I should list mine for 44,000.
Yeah.
That was one of the videos I done before with Rob, right? About whether the FA was better. The golden moment was better. And obviously I agreed at the time the animated was 10 times better. So, and it's what everyone thinks of when you think of Iron Man. You don't think of a golden moment, do you?
I have both, so I like them both. That's it.
Exactly. And I think
there's a place for
like 80
both.
gems now, right? It's crazy.
It's like the other's more of a statue, the other one's more of a action. You know?
Yeah. And the thing, like this space, the other thing is like this space is completely dependent on what Veve decides. Like they could come out and say only the FAs matter for this, and then only the colored ones matter for this. Like you don't know, so you just buy what you like and hope that it works. But that's the problem. That's why I'm saying, if you bring in all these other mints and all these other collectibles, then you're just like, now you're really like picking and saying like, oh, I think it's going to be animated Iron Man, but then you have 499,000 other things that it could be. And then next year you have 799,000 other things it could be. You know what I mean? So it's just
every year it's different. Last year, what was the play? The play was anything under 1,000 is a grail, no matter what. Guess what? Today it's not. So
remember ASM 252, the most overvalued comic on Veve?
I know. Yep.
They're purposely not releasing other 1,000 mint drops because of that video. But yeah, it's for sure. How's it going? Lemon is back. Risk is also high because payout goes out and in. Just being on the app, I guess, in general. Right?
Each time it comes, it seems to go lower.
Well,
seems to creep that little bit lower than it was.
They got to incentivize people keeping their money in the app. I mean, I still haven't cashed out. I don't even know what the process is like. I haven't done it yet.
I haven't done it yet neither.
I'm getting one and opening it. I feel the code will be pretty limited. You know what? Man. Like the actual digital probably will be if no one else.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the thing. Like if you're a Veve fan, but you're also a Funko,
I would open it. No. I'm a huge Funko collector. I keep stuff.
Let me ask you a question.
I would open it.
Let me ask you a question, Bones. What if the promo code never expires? Why open it?
To be honest,
let that price go up on the digital.
Yeah.
Let it go up. Don't redeem it. Don't put your mint number in, and then open it in 10 years, and then sell it.
That's another play. That's another play for sure. Yeah, that's another play.
Yeah. But then at the same time, you don't know what you got till you open it, right?
It's going to expire. Let's be real.
Well, that's the other thing. It's definitely going to expire.
For me, I would open it. I would put it in the app and see what happens, and I might sell it. You know what I mean? Like that's.
Or
the way
you have to be the first person to do it, because then you can say you're the first person that.
There you go. There you go.
See, I'm probably more that way. I'm probably more bothered about keeping the toy than the NFT. Same as my gold logo, for instance. I kept the card, but I sold the NFT, and that weren't as important as the actual card what I got handed to me. You know. So
yeah, for you, no, I mean that'd be cool. Imagine, but I feel like they should let you mint. I guess they already know the mint. The promo code is probably tied to the mint number, right? But imagine they could put in the promo code, and the first person to do that gets the lowest mint, and then like then you get a rush
like
to
that.
do it, eh?
Oh boy,
Yeah, that'd be cool. But I don't think it's like that.
I think they're just random. Yeah, I think it is just.
Are you watching this fight, Bob? You got it on the tablet?
No, I don't really watch boxing. It's boring.
You're gonna watch the YouTuber boxing.
I like to watch. Well, I do watch the YouTuber boxing now and again because I can't wait to see Jake get knocked out, and it just.
I'm actually
just keeps avoiding it
entertained by this other one, by the UFC boxing crossover with Ngannou.
Yeah, and Tyson.
He's got power, that guy.
Yeah, I mean, but he throws
you're
very
a Brit,
loose.
Though. You're a Brit.
he throws very loose. Like
yeah.
I watched the fight with Ngannou before, and he literally charged at one.
Yeah.
And then the last punch was the one that knocked this guy out, and it was about a 30-second fight. It was a wicked knockout. But if you'd have seen the first 10 punches, 15, there weren't no rhythm to that. It was just.
I feel like he's not going to get knocked out, though. Like, I feel like Ngannou won't get knocked out. So it might be like I go the distance, but Fury's more technical for a boxer, right? So
Tyson's going to beat him.
Yeah.
I think Ngannou is going to get beat pretty easy.
Yeah.
Just because of breathing and that sort of thing, carrying his weight. He's not as good at carrying energy and weight for a fight. He's got power, but the power goes after like a couple of rounds. So
there's not unlimited space, Wes says at the party. I think there's going to be enough space for the Veve fam that actually get out there. It is supposed to be like a nightclub bar type of thing from what I've seen on comics and crypto. But no, for sure, if it's full, then these other things will be a priority, I would think.
Yeah.
Drop Zone loves the long distances.
Decon UK only had 100 spaces at one point, didn't they?
Yeah.
We went in the after party, and there was people queuing outside, and we had to keep. They kept switching every so often.
A smaller venue.
When people would leave, more would go in. But obviously, there was about 1,000 people there, and they expected probably 200 max.
But it was a bigger hype time back then too, right? Like that was a little bit more of a people were a little bit more lively.
I don't think they knew that there was that many people in England. I think they were a bit silly. So I don't think they weren't familiar with your venue, right? 200 people were coming. So, and then when 1,000 run in the door for 200 t-shirts or 100 t-shirts or whatever it was.
Yeah, that was wild. Those videos.
Yeah.
Can't come up. Not at home. How's it going, D? How's it going? D? Totally agree. I'd rather get in a year than get a poop version. I think that's a poop emoji.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I doubt it'll be perfect even when it rolls out to the rest of us.
So let me ask you this, right? So you both see the platinum moments the other week, the photos of what they're supposed to look like, right? Do you think when we get it, that's what they're going to look like?
Yeah, I do.
What, the second picture?
The new one. Yeah, I think it's going to be the better looking one.
Yeah, and that's what you think we're going to get when we get the VeVeVerse.
What's up, gentlemen?
What's up, Mission? Boom, boom, boom. Oh.
Hey, what's up? How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
I just got in, man. I decided to jump on and hang out with you guys for a minute.
Yeah, we'll be on for like another 15 minutes, I think. But no, cool. Happy to see you.
I was texting while I was driving. I was like, oh, when I get home, I'll jump on stream for a bit.
Yeah, he's the one, if anyone's watching, he got the Ultra Grail during the stream, but off camera.
Yeah.
His camera was having difficulties, or he would have been on the camera, right?
Exactly.
Oh man, it was so funny. Because my wife was like, "You're not gonna go on the stream." I was like, we had started having a couple of cold drinks. So I was like, you know what? I said, I'll do it later. And we decided just to open up the cubes alongside you guys opening up cubes. And I hit, and I was like, you gotta be kidding.
You felt bad, eh?
I felt so bad. I was like, I said, only if I would have went on stream, what you predicted would have been true on stream.
How crazy would that have been, right?
So,
man, what are you gonna do? Yeah, I still count it. I still tell everybody. And in 10 years, no one's gonna know the difference on stream, off stream. They're not gonna find it. No, happy to see you.
Happy to be here, man. You know, I see.
You
I
got-
saw Bones win
You got
last
3
night.
now, right? 3 or
Yeah.
4?
Yeah, I have 3. 2 Mickeys and 1 Pluto.
That Pluto.
Pluto,
I think
I
that's the
know.
first time I seen it. The Pluto. So I think someone else said they got it, but I think your picture is the first one I seen someone post.
I need 2 to finish to 415. I need a Grail Pluto and a Ultra Grail Mini,
Oh,
and then
nice.
I'll be done. So
Wow.
Yeah, hopefully you get there. Has anybody
Yeah.
done it yet? That I don't know. I don't know if anyone's done it.
I haven't heard it.
now, I know I was
Oh.
talking to Buck
I don't know.
today, and he has everything except for the Mini, the Ultra Grail Mini.
Okay.
So
Nice. So Buck, Buck's just missing the one.
yeah.
Yeah, Buck,
So
Buck has horseshoes though. That
Yes.
guy, he's like doing this in like 40 cubes. He's doing like the whole set. It's like what? How are you doing this?
I'm like, how?
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah. But hopefully I get it. I'm on a ease of buying cubes right now. I'm like, let me take a break for a couple of weeks and then
there's time, right? Was it November? End of November? So lots of time.
I'll probably start accumulating next, probably like in a couple of weeks. I'll start buying more.
Nice. All right. I want the verse to be able to visit.
I'm just looking around his background in the back, see the suit of armor in the back there. Some Funkos on the top.
Yeah. There's stuff on the floor back here, everything.
Everyone's a floor collector here. There's stuff on the floor. Right? I got to throw stuff on my floor here.
Yeah.
I'm redoing this room soon, man. My wife. So I didn't used to come on stream, but when I started to say, hey, I'm gonna start going on some streams, right? So my wife was like, hey, I'm gonna just set this up for you. So my wife put all this up, and she was like, at least you'll have a background to display.
Tell her she can do the VeVeVerse deco for people too, right? Like people
So she was like, at least you'll have something up to display when you're on stream. You don't want it to be bare. I was like, well, I'm gonna
I was just about to say that.
What are you trying to say?
Walls. 2 years in and he's still got bare walls.
Hey,
what are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?
Maybe she was watching you, Joe, and like, oh,
we can see half a VV logo.
All right,
there you go.
I got to do this for a reason. I'll show you a second. What's up? What's everyone's thoughts on how big a dud Grey Hulk was? Moment of silence, everybody that held for the airdrop. I got 2 of them. I got 2 of them.
It was not a surprise. Come on.
I think that it was it acted different than we were used to, so that's why people call it a dud kind of thing. I lost on that play, but it's just like it's different time. People like we did a video on this. People are just as smart as you. Like you expect things to work in a way, but so does everybody else. And the people who are here, they've been through it. They've been through it like 5, 6, 7 times, and every time that you think you know what you're talking about, something else happens. So now you're gonna think next one nothing's gonna happen, and it might go back to you don't know. You can't. It's hard to predict when everyone is of the same thinking, right?
Yeah, everyone's doing the exact
you got to
same
try
thing.
to think ahead.
Yep, everyone's doing the same thing. So
my thing is, I wish I would have sold off some of the Hulks, all of them. I wish I would have sold off all of them. So I ended up keeping like 3 of each. So I was just accumulating. And I think this airdrop, I probably got burnt the most on this one versus the other one, because normally I get out at a reasonable spot. This time I had way too long.
Me and you both, Mission, but I think it's the same for everybody. Like we all thought, like let's sell it right when the news drops, and it was. I mean, I got 100 out of my 1 Planet Hulk because I had 3, and I had the rest. I had only 2 sets, so I'm like, I gotta get rid of this one because I'm not getting the rest to complete that 3rd set. And I got called out on Twitter about it. I was like, what are you selling it for? Now look at it, right? It's like 35. I was like, that's why I sold it. Like, come on. Ryan, how's it going? VeVeVerse is coming and will dramatically change the ecosystem of digital collecting.
For sure.
So you know more than us. All right. you know more than us. You know what is happening. We don't. I'm not like I said, I'm still not a virtual guy. I might be the one you guys got to convince. Like I think there's a lot of people like me who can't see themselves in that world all day. and having the time to do it. If it's going to be something so social that you can live your life, you can do your job from there. There's things that you can do like with your family in there. I feel like you're right. But obviously I can't see it being there right away. It's going to be, I feel like there's something that's going to happen before we get there. But I want to say something before you guys speak on this. Ryan came on the Spaces with Will on Thursday, and it was a great conversation. I think there's going to be more of those spaces. Ryan can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but really cool space. It was like Thursday at noon. Not sure if it's going to happen again this week. I'll let you guys know if I hear anything, but no, I thought it was a really productive chat, and I would really like seeing Veve and Cryptoys and whoever, like anyone from any of these teams, if they all come together and start talking about the space, I think that's some of the most productive conversations, because you see that they're on the same page, right? They're not talking each other down. They're willing to speak with each other and talk about new endeavors. So it was really cool. I was really like humbled to be a part of it, even just to be included in the conversation. And it was open forum. So if anybody wanted to come up, you can come up, ask a question. So that's really cool. Like Ryan is kind of doing the same things that Will's doing over there, where interacting with the community kind of on the ground level. And I think that's the best type of interaction at this point, especially now that we're still trying to grow the space. What do you guys think?
Yeah, that's how it should be in the space. Everyone coming together. That was a fantastic space with Will and Ryan, and you co-hosted as well. So it was yeah, it was fantastic. And yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, I have a little bit of patience. I have patience more so with the VeVeVerse because I see the potential in it, and it will change things. And I know even if we're in a bear market, it will change things, and it will bring more people in if it actually is functional and works good and is super fun. And I'm hoping it is. I just think it's a huge endeavor, like I said, and I think it will take some more time, but I'm excited for it for sure. I'm excited for it because I'm a gamer and I can see myself in there. like I would be in there. I would be doing things like building stuff, because like that's things I like to do for sure. So, and I hope that there'll be, because it's just a web app, right? For it, maybe there'll be like some sort of app on your phone you could do it with as well. That would be cool. So you can
Pokemon Go style.
Yeah, on the go. So you can implement that too. Again, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. All right. I bought a Star Boys and I couldn't enter the Omi draw.
Uh-oh.
Crazy Dan, DM me on Twitter. I'll figure it out with you. Do you have me on Twitter? If not, Discord. Send me a DM. Mission. This is when you jumped up. Funko by Veve is more significant than many realize.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean,
we realize it. I think Joe realizes it.
Did you not see the video?
On this panel,
yeah. I think I know it is. I'm a big Funko guy.
Ryan, hold on. Yeah. I need to show Ryan the video.
Go
watch this video, Ryan, because I think I'm the one who realizes it the most. Go watch this video. Don't worry about the title. All right.
Yeah,
don't worry about the title. Go watch this video. The truth about Funko by Veve by Marvel. Go watch that video. You tell me that I don't know. It's a big deal. No, for sure. I think we all are really excited about that one for sure. Yeah. And congrats to you guys.
Congrats. Amazing. Yeah.
I sat there explaining to everyone how cheap it is the last couple of days.
Many more. Will is a legend, and we need that bridge. As long as it's not bridging any type of cryptocurrency, I think everyone will be. I mean, that's the worst part of crypto. I think going to the bridge and letting your tokens go out and then waiting for them to come back. Right?
It's nerve-wracking.
Yeah. Jump on and elaborate, Ryan. I'm not going to put him under the gun, but if there's another space, that'd be a good place to ask him some questions. Such a good space. Yeah. I think we're going to come to an end here. Too many people look at new competition as a threat. However, Cryptoys and Veve see it as a compliment. That's one of the beautiful things about the two companies. No, for sure. I got the same vibes I said between you and Will, and that's how it has to be. It can't be I mean, Veve was in first. We get it, and we all fall in love. That's how most people got into this space. It was the gateway, and I think it needs the other companies just as much as they need Veve. They needed Veve to introduce us to the space, because they might find people who are just as diehard through a different means of different marketing. And we always talk about this. It's a big network, right? We're building here.
Will says it beautifully. A rising tide raises all boats, and that's how it is.
That's it.
I got high hopes for everything in this space, man. Not only just Veve and Cryptoys, but even some of the outside artists that's building projects, you know, because I'm into a few outside, not so much Veve, Cryptoys, Mcfarlane.
Non-IP stuff.
Yeah, non-big IP. So and I think it's a lot of good art out here. Like look at Broken Crayon. What they've done with Fish. I think that's what it Fish. The Fish project, integrating it into Veve. I think that was a good thing that for independent artists to be able to get a look like that. And so I just hope they pull a lot of other independent artists onto Veve, which will be nice as well to give them some exposure. But I think it's a lot of talent out here, and if everybody's working together, I think the future is bright for all of us, right? For every project, because everyone needs the next person in some kind of way, because it's different audience for, you know, different things.
Yeah. Ryan, if you're still here, I have one question on this. I don't know if you can even talk about it yet, but is this going to have a double fee, like when the digital comes through? Because we got Marvel by Funko by Veve now, right? So are you going to have a fee for all three, or is it just going to be two and the other fee is kind of split between the two licensors? I don't know if he's still here anymore, but if not, that's one of the questions I was trying to answer for somebody, but I didn't have an answer. Also, I hope the superstars will consistently co-host, because we need your perspective and balanced input. No, definitely. I spoke to Will a little bit about it, so hopefully the time works for you moving forward, and it could be like a staple on Spaces. I mean, we don't do too many Spaces, but that time kind of worked for me whenever it was happening. And I just got thrown as a co-host because Will's phone was getting blown up, and every time he's getting a call, he was worried the space was going to rug. But I think Ryan's got to have the co-hosting definitely on there, because that'll show even more unity between the two projects. Get Ryan and get Will both co-hosting a space. And I mean, you could throw the superstar logo up there. I mean, if you want some nice colors in the top row. But other than that, no, definitely looking forward to the next one. No, guys, thank you guys so much for coming out. Always love seeing your faces. Mission, even though it was a short time today, hopefully the next one's a little bit longer. Bob, thank you for coming. Bones, your staple. Love your shirt. Love your hat.
Thank you.
We got to get these other two guys a nice hat on.
Mine missing. I'm telling you, she burned it. I'm telling you.
Keep on saying that.
Fee will be consistent with the current Marvel fees, as I understand. Okay, so we got to wait for confirmation on that one.
Okay.
That'd be cool. Bones and the Juju Ambassador. Yep.
Nice.
My hat got to the point where it weren't even pink anymore.
I mean, they're all one of one. I don't know if anybody knows that, but like they're all different.
Yep.
Like mine's blue, kind of, and then purple over here, and then Bones got like pink on his brim.
Yeah, it's like more pink.
You literally shipped me the pinkest one you could find, I think.
Yeah, I think you got an OG, so that was like personally shipped. But yeah, and then I got this one. This is another one that I have, so it's a different color. You can kind of blue brim. Yeah, so that's a fun project. But now you can also buy them from the link down below. But guys, thank you guys so much for hanging out in the chat as well. We'll see you in the next one. If you haven't already, don't forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification to know when we go live. Subscribe to Bob Sales. Follow Bones. Follow Mission on Twitter. And we'll see you in the next one. Love you.
Bye.